I've always been intrigued about using my bread maker to actually make jam. So most bread makers have a inbuilt function for jam making. I don't know how well it will work, so I'm trying it out today. So today I am making a simple apple jam. Let's have a look at the ingredients. I've got 4 Granny Smith green apples, which I'll need to skin, core and cut into small cubes. Half a lemon juice. The lemon is to provide pectin to actually coagulate and to thicken up the jam. I will need 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, which I will drizzle onto the apples. No extra water. I will need equivalent amount of sugar to apples. Okay, so I will go and prepare the apples and then I will come back. I've peeled my apples and cored the apples. Now I'm going to chop this into small pieces and also take out half the lemon juice I mean. We'll recap the ingredients. We need 4 green apples, skin, cored and chopped. We need half a lemon juice, equal amount of sugar to the apples, and special we'll add a pinch of cinnamon. And I've added a teaspoon of cornstarch to the chopped apples, just to thicken up the jam as it cooks. Okay, no need to be too much. 1 teaspoon is more than enough. I'm mixing through. Then I'll put the apples into the bread basket. Okay, so I'm going to put it in and come back. So a little pinch of cinnamon, not too much. Okay, half a lemon juice. That's for the pectin to thicken up the jam, and equal amounts of weight to apples or with white sugar. You can obviously use any sugar that you want. I'm using white sugar. Okay, I'm going to add this and come back. Alright, they're ready. I'm going to put it into the bread maker. Okay, here we go. Okay, so let's get to the jam function, which is at number 13. So I'm just going to hit sorry, let me just clear this. Okay, let's go to menu and then go to 13. That is 1 hour 20 minutes. That's 13 for jam. Okay, so let's press start. I think it's going to heat up. As it heats up, and then it will stir the jam. So I'm going to give it a bit of time and then we'll come back and have a look. So it's been heating for about 20 minutes, and then now the inside of the bread maker is really hot. That's just my microwave in the background, and the sugar has been melted, as you can see. Let me just see if I can just go in a bit closer. Okay, so you can see the sugar is molten now, and it's stirring and heating at the same time. This is about 15 minutes in. So it's heated for about 15 minutes before it starts stirring, and at the moment the sugar is a little bit bubbling and also molten. So we'll come back in a couple of minutes and have a look. I don't want to open the cover, but hopefully you can actually see it through the view pane over here. Okay, I'll come back. This is after almost 1 hour of cooking. You can see the jam has really thickened up, and the apple pieces are starting to dissipate or disintegrate. There's another 20 more minutes. So total cook time of about 1 hour 20 minutes. Now it's about 20 minutes balance. So it's still being cooking. and the pedal has been moving all along since about the first 15 minutes where it started to heat up. Then after that it just went on continuously um, mixing and heating at the same time. So I'm going to come back once this is over, but it's looking quite good right now. The jam is rather thick and luscious, and when it cools down it's going to be even thicker. The cooking time for 1 hour 20 minutes for this jam is up, so let's open it and see how it looks like. Okay, it's pretty hot, and I don't know if I like the results because the apple pieces are still fairly visible. I think it needs a bit more time to cook actually. Maybe I'll put it through another cycle because the apple hasn't fully disintegrated yet. Maybe, instead of just cutting into small pieces, maybe we just need to grind it and put it in. I'm not sure, but let me just give it a taste test. Okay, got my spoon. Just going to be very careful, it's very hot. Okay, so I'll just make sure I show you. It is a metal spoon, so I'm just going to be careful not to scrape the sides. It's fairly thick. It's still very hot, so as it cools down it's going to get even more thick, but the apple pieces are still too much visible. Let me just give it a taste test first. Just be mindful that this is molten sugar, so this is good. Texture needs a bit better. I'm going to put it through another cycle and see. Okay, so I'm going to put another cycle and see and come back. So if, oh dear, so I've given it another half an hour of stir fry. In fact, just let me just show you the jam. The jam is cooked a bit more. It's a bit darker, so there's a bit more caramelization. I'm going to taste that, but let me just show you what menu I've used. So I started with one cycle of jam. That's about 1 hour 20 minutes, and I didn't feel that it was very well cooked. Then I went on one cycle of stir fry, which is half an hour of heating and pedal moving. So let's let me move this. Get a taste of the jam. I'm sorry, I'm just saying let's get a taste of the jam. It's still very hot right now. Okay. Very nice consistency actually, and just remember that it's actually very hot still. But the consistency is great, and you can see like that almost gelatin like structure. Okay, let's give it a taste. It's very hot. Okay, very good consistency, but I still see big pieces of apples. That's not preferred. So next time if I make a fruit jam, I'll probably grate it down, use a grater to grate down the fruits. I'm gonna let this cool. Let me just clear this. Okay, let me just turn this thing off. I'll let this cool for half an hour, and then we'll come back and see how the texture looks like, and I'll put it into a bottle as well. The jam has been cooling for half an hour, and you can see that it's gone a very luscious, thick, beautiful consistency. This is like real jam consistency with fruits, apple pieces that is. Okay, so I've prepared a slice of bread. I'm just going to layer some jam on top. Let's see how this thing actually feels like. I'm sorry, the camera is a bit like near, but let me put some jam on this. Jam is beautiful. It's thick and luscious. A little bit of tang from the lemon juice and the green apples. And not overly sweet. Okay, but definitely next time I don't think I'll use the bread maker to make jam. It's a waste of time. Just use a pot over the stove. It's much easier. Anyway, that's just a quick review of the jam function using the PerySmith Bossman Kaden BK2000 Breadmaker. Okay, you can try it if you like.